hope you can see the table as well. If you can, put some emojis up for me. Thank you for joining me so late. It's kind of early in the morning. So good morning, everybody around the world. Good morning, good morning. I'm trying something different. As these are timeless messages. So it doesn't matter what time you get it, whether it's a year from now, whether it's a month from now, it was meant to be for you to get this message at this time that you're watching it, or that this message comes across your screen, your string. Maybe someone's playing on your heartstrings, and I feel like you're really alone. Like I feel like you feel alone, like you lost an animal and you lost a loved one. And these seasons are not the easiest seasons for anybody, not even for myself. And I totally understand you guys. I get it. Like, I'm so sorry if you're going through that too. So it was just in my heart to start with yes and no questions. So if you have 3 questions, think of them yes and no only, and then the cards will reveal them. Cheers on that one. And as you do that, as you think about that, I just want to say thank you, Holy Spirit, for being of the light, the divine light that leads us in the direction that we need to go. I pray and manifest of things of wealth, good health, love, true happiness, prosperity, success, our dream fulfillment, and your riches, Lord. I pray for the people that need prayer and feel lost. And please help me deliver the message, the collective that you want me to deliver, so that they feel better about everything. And in your name, Lord Jesus, I pray. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And whatever you pray to is okay with me. The universe. I think the universe. I'm more of a philosopher, so I have more of like we are in the age of science, and really religion was used as a control issue to control communities and governments and stuff. And so I'm not really a religious person when it comes to going to a place. I believe that you should be able to praise and worship the Almighty wherever you're at, even on a toilet, meditating day and night in good words and being around people that are like-minded. And it's just you got to be around like-minded people, or they're just going to bring you down. And I feel like that's why you feel so alone. I feel like you were around the wrong people. I feel like you're around the wrong people that are just bringing you down and do not have your best interest at all. And now you're drained, you're so tired, and you use more, less muscles when you smile than when you frown. I know. I was looking at myself. I'm getting so old and wrinkly. I can't even believe it. I'm 44, and ever since I was 18, I've taken collagen for my joints, because when I was 10, my mother said I would have problems with rheumatoid arthritis, as she has that. So I didn't realize the pain that I would be in later in life, let alone think I would make it this far. Hi, thanks for joining, Christina. I'm so glad you're here with me. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like, and share. Let's get the algorithm out there. Help me raise awareness for the um, sinkable straws. I've created a way for them to float to the top of the surface and be skimmed by those plastic machines over oceans. There's a tutorial. Um, it says floating plastic straws on one of my videos, Christina, and it's really easy. It's kind of like, a six pack of beer, that plastic stuff, and you cut all the holes. It's like kind of the same thing, but those sink to the bottom. It's not like a 12 pack or something, or, like, yeah, in a box. But I can't cut a straw, so I don't use straws. And yeah, I don't use straws. I don't need a straw, and they'll give you like gas anyway. It's like weird. I don't know, but it's better if you don't use a straw anyway. I'm not a doctor, but I have had surgery before, and they tell you I'm gonna have to have surgery again, and I'm not very happy about it, and it's getting worse. I thought it would get better by now, um, but my injury. Anyways, let's start with your yes and no, right? Let's do this. Is that like way there? Okay, so your first question, collective. And look, Seraphin says, "Hi, Christina." They're great for anxiety and when you just need a hug. And I really feel like if you're feeling alone, this is what you need, a big stuffy, because you're of innocence, a pure heart, of love, and I feel like you don't get the affection that you deserve. And when you need a hug, just grab your stuffy. You know, it's comforting. Kind of like a pillow, too. But yes, and also comfort sweats is designed for people with anxiety. Um, it's an awesome, like, clothing line. But yes. So let's get on with it. Yes and no. Ready for your first question? Yes. She's like, yes, I've been ready. All y'all have been, yeah. Right. For the collective, yes or no? First question, collective. No. Okay. Stormy relationships, and it's gonna be a storm outside, and I put up your parasail. I'm like your parasail to cry on. And it's like that's so weird. So no, it's like something's going on. They're in uproar. So you might not reconciliate with that person you thought you were going to. I'm sorry about that, collective. Well, take whatever resonates, whatever doesn't, just leave for the next. Ready for the second question. Yes, right for the picking, perfect timing. Get ready. That's good. I feel like you've waited long enough or something. I feel like you need to get ready for it's your time to get lucky. It's your time to do something about it and make a difference. We can make a difference together. Hi everyone, and there for your third question, collective. Yes and no only. No. In the formative stage, immature, being hungry. I feel like this person is young. I feel like they're I feel like they're hungry. They're hungry. They were hungry to make it in survival, and they were good at art. And so the most humble people are the ones that make the best music because they hurt the worst. So to be a star is a curse. And I feel bad because I understand by being a songwriter, but not being, um, like with the paparazzi and all that crap. But anyways, I can't imagine what that's like. So collective for your first question is no, it's a stormy relationship trouble strike. It's an word. Look, stormy, as you can tell. And I did put the stormy thing up there for you. So, and your second question is yes, right for the picking at perfect timing. So get ready, darling. Get ready. Third question was no. Immature. I feel immature emperor energy. Of being hungry. Maybe you're really hungry right now. Maybe you're having a snack watching me. Oh, you like my unicorns? Okay, so the thing about the unicorns is I know there's two meanings, right? Well, I'm not in my 20s anymore, but the unicorn is actually, they could be angel investors, unicorn investors, or they could be, well, they are messengers. Basically, that's what a unicorn is. It's a messenger, and despite, before I get all sexual and weird, like, yeah, they're messengers. So it's like your ancestors, your angels, your divine guidance from the universe, from realm. Um, that's where unicorns come in. Confirmation as a messenger. That is what confirmation a unicorn means, technically. So, but you know how people want to make it dirty and yeah. This is an adult channel, so the other unicorn, I mean, it's a someone that is kind of like a swinger, and that's what pineapple means, I guess. And it's like a unicorn is a single person that is willing to sleep with a couple. So that's like on the streets what a unicorn is. But a real unicorn, classy, is like could be an angel investor, but it is definitely known as the messenger for decades. The person that addresses the white elephant. So affirm with me now. As I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. And I feel like you're loving yourself. Yes, you are. And your seventh chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state, inspired from the spirit, own intuition, confirmation, and flow fully through me and to me now, which is your crown chakra, which is empathy and your connection to intuition and the spirit realm as your seventh chakra. So let's see what the cosmos have to say for you. Let's see what the cosmos have to say. Okay. Here we go with this. Oh yeah, 1962, January 7th. Yes, Aquarius. No Capricorn, I'm sorry. You're a Capricorn. Yes. Awesome. Thank you for keeping it respectful, everyone. I appreciate it. We're here to help people. And love each other. And what if that was your sister or your brother or your mom? And would you want them to treat you that way? Even me or even you or even anybody. It's like, and just because someone else does wrong doesn't mean that you have to do wrong. So don't think that. So let's see what this oracle has to say from the cosmos. A rebirth, like rising from the phoenix. I felt like You're almost starting over again. Maybe you have plans to start over with a new beginning with someone. As every end is a new beginning in this rebirth. Let's see. Sunchild. Self-love? Well, we're just talking about self-love, dear. Weren't we? Self-love is the foundation of all love. Were we saying if you can't love yourself, how are you going to love someone else? Okay. Oh, thank you, Grady, for the compliments. You're so sweet. So here we go. Let's see what else. Tell us more about this self-love. Wisdom. Wisdom comes from experience and reflection. I feel like you're not alone all the time. You need more hermit energy, like down to earth. You could be a Virgo energy. But yeah, Capricorn, even Taurus. But through this wisdom and self-love, you know, tell us more about this self-love and this rebirth spirit. You're just flying everywhere tonight. Inspiration, my dear. Inspiration is everywhere, so capture your ideas, write them down, jot them down, but don't tell anybody, especially if it's a utility. This person is your muse that you look at, that you want to start over with. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Yes. Yes, hardworking Capricorn. Did you say 1961? I'm sorry. I forgot the year. It was the January 7th. There's a trust. You have trust issues. Trust your intuition and the universe because it guides you. Yes, you might be like exactly a panentheist like myself. And this is where you've learned to be inspired and through self-love. You said 1961? Okay. So that's what? 8, 16, 17. So you're a very easy person to talk to, Capricorn. You ready? You're a very easy person to talk to. You're very easygoing. You're like the person that is like me. I'm your gal. I'm your one and only pal. I'm your shoulder to cry on. I'm here when you need me. You're never alone. And there's back-to-back content if you need me. So thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. I really appreciate it. If you can't donate, that's great. What you can do to show your support and love is subscribe. Because I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize. I would really appreciate that. But yes, your life path 6, yeah. Grady, you are very easy to talk to. You have a sense of leadership, but you can be shy. You know your place. You know, I know. You know your place. You know when to speak. I feel like your 12th house is very active, maybe not so empathetic, but very hardworking, determined, logical, and to see the full picture for what it is. You don't make rash decisions unless you've thought about it first. You don't make decisions off emotion. You're like you're like known as the glue that holds everybody together, and like people flock to you because you're so easygoing that they feel like they just want to tell you everything, and you're like, why the fuck are they telling me this, thinking in your mind? But you're really cool and passive when it comes to it. Definitely. So yes, And this is where you have trust issues because I feel like you got hurt. Look, your intuition, the universe will guide you though. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've studied very hard and I've done my homework for a long time. So this connection, I feel like stay connected with others. What was I saying? Others being connected to you and the universe, and they just flock to you. And they just want to tell you everything, their whole life story. And you're just like, okay, okay. Because you're wise and you have self love, which not many people have and are willing to go through. Um, yeah, you're open with your 12th house. Your 12th house is divine. Um, you're an intuitive, but I don't know if you realize you have that gift yet. But you should start a channel. Let's see what else we have. I feel like you should start a podcast with called like a bromance or something like that. I don't know, like two dudes talking shit about everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Through this collaborative, what I was saying, collaboration of achieving greater goals, okay, collaborative. You're gonna highly succeed at that. If you start a channel and you do that, it's gonna take a good freaking couple of years to really get known and get a presence, but you have to be consistent and do it every day. And do when you say. If you say you're gonna do it, then or don't. But basically, through this collaboration, you will be very successful. It's just going to take a while. It could be a hobby for you, it could be a side hustle, a side job. I feel like you have like a bromance partner that kicks it with you and is like your little brother or something, or your little cousin, or there's someone. And I feel like you're very influential when it comes to this, and you will be very successful with a podcast through this connection through internet. You could have that already going. Are you laughing because you know I'm right? Through this abundance, I'm telling you're an intuitive. What was I freaking saying? Sorry. You're an intuitive through this abundance. Okay, yes, you are an intuitive. You only trust your intuition, and that's what I say. I only trust my intuition. I'm telling you right now, when it comes to stress, I trust my intuition. And I feel like you've actually made an abundance or have been successful, or you're climbing the ladder right now. You've been at the lows of lows. And I feel like the only way up is up. From the bottom of the bottom, in this inner fulfillment and outer effort through your efforts, through this abundance. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't know each other. I don't think we've ever met before, but I feel like you're an inventor. You create, you innovate. I feel like you're into dance, or you know how to dance, or you play music of some sort, soul music. And you enjoy and appreciate every second. Maybe you had an like a situation where it was almost like, wow, I could have. And so you have this deeper appreciation for living. Okay. Um, yeah. Guitar playing for 54 years. Like, what was I telling you? That's pretty dang good. Maybe you should do your own guitar channel. You could do lessons. You could do a lot of stuff with guitar, like on your own YouTube channel. You just have to be consistent. And you're going to have to do like a lot of freebies for like the first year, like as a hobby, you know what I mean? To gain that presence. Unless you have a known presence already. Through in the music industry or the entertainment industry. I feel like you've nurtured this gift of yours um, through this self love and through others. See what I mean? You are that person that's people just want to tell their lives to. And Ace. Something about ace. Maybe an ace of cups, I'm feeling. You're awesome too. Oh, that's what it is. Balance. Maybe you're into an air energy of Aquarius or you're a star already. Um, I think you're a star already. That's what I'm getting through this air energy of Aquarius and balance and justice, the yin and the yang. Um, yeah, definitely Gemini. You could be wishy-washy with Uranus and bleh, sorry, Mercury retrograde. But yeah, your yes is not yes and your no is not no all the time. Like you're breaking promises, you're juggling shit. And I think you're trying to be too helpful, so you're like overbooking yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're overscheduling yourself and you need rest. Through this balance. Okay? um, this air energy, and you need to find the balance to maintain harmony in all your relationships with work and your personal life and this and that. I feel like you work so much. I love you too. I love all you guys. Thank you for joining me this evening. Through divinity, look, every fulfilled moment is cherished through this divinity, through divine, intuitive. Let's see what else. Let's see what else the divine has for you, collective. I thought so. Thank you. I'm usually, I hate to say it, um, let's just put it this way. I like to be wrong once in a while, okay? So this universal wisdom, you could be signed with Universal. You've been doing this, playing guitar for 54 years. You could be signed with Universal, have something to do, some kind of contract with Universal Studios, and this is the wisdom that you have to offer, and seeking its guidance through your higher powers over here. Um, Definitely. And then this happiness is what you make of it, and it's really a fulfillment of your heart through this music. Music is your life. In these harmonious relationships. Music is your life, and life is music. It's harmony. Okay, let's just put it that way. It's harmony. Yes, beautiful melody, relationships, guitar. So you could play bass. You also could play bass. You also could play maybe a ukulele. I feel like you have the potential to play drums or produce or direct or sound engineer. I feel like you're very knowledgeable when it comes to the music industry. Um, okay, so what about this harmony? That is what your like future is going to be, harmony. Um, Communication, through this communications of a bridge of understanding through connections. Yes. Do you know Robbie Holmes? Like, I don't know, did he tell you about me? I don't know. Again, ace. Ace. I don't know. Something about an ace. Tell us more about these communications, girl. Please. I feel like you have. Okay, so let's go through this. You're a person of prayer. You're more like the Tin Man. You're more like a crow. Like you're scared of heights to a certain point. And I think that you admire the eagle a lot because it came in the reverse. Um, and, and gratitude, like I feel like, what was I saying? Every moment I feel like you try to keep the heart of gratitude, but you're too hard on yourself because it came on the reverse. Like you don't do it enough for yourself. You're too hard on yourself, and every musician is. But you're determined. Look, you have this determination, this challenging determination. You can achieve any goal that you want to. Um, I feel like you're having a hard time releasing past burdens and embracing these new beginnings. And what did we have come out first? The Phoenix, this new beginning. Okay. You're having a hard time, or your last name could be released. Um, let's see, through this freedom. I feel like you don't have much freedom. I feel like you're modified somehow. Um, I feel like you're conservative. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay. Maybe that will happen if I ever have a storefront again. I don't know. But I feel like this growth is a journey in trusting each step. And so you trust your intuition with each step, but it's hard to find others to trust. I get it. I do. Um, Again, ace. Something about ace. I feel like you're a mag, like a magician almost. A musician. Magician. I feel like you're into magic too. I feel like you've aced every IQ test because you get the fact that every IQ test is not on numbers, which people get confused on. And it's based on patterns. And if you can recognize the pattern of every IQ test, you'll ace them. That's the feeling I'm getting here through this wisdom. Yes, because you've done your homework and you've done your studies, and these are blessings and gifts to you. And you just got to receive it. You can't be so hard on yourself. What was I saying? You're being too freaking hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Okay? Again, this lock and key came up in the reverse. I feel like you're wearing a different necklace, but you have an understanding. You have an understanding, maybe you have an understanding of the circle of the fifth, of keys, of the basic needs of music, which are based off tempo, rhythm, and key. Three things. Um, I don't believe in genre personally, but genre comes from how you were raised, I think, cultural. And so this understanding, you have these deep connections, and you're a big time person in the music industry, dude. Thank you, hun. I really appreciate it. But you're a big time person in the music industry. Something about communications. Yes. I feel like you went through the transition as well, and you had to learn how to embrace change. Again, an ace, like a magician. Like maybe you love Rush is one of your favorite bands. You could have even met Rush, Alex Getty or the Professor. Really? Probably would be surprised then. Yes, I would. When it comes to embracing change and welcoming these new possibilities, through this newfound understanding. What else do you have for my collective? So I feel like you're a Leo almost, rising or moon energy, or someone is watching that is a Leo, and or your bromance dude is a Leo, and you get your inner strength if you need advice from your friend. You have people you could call if you feel down, like boundless connections. And I feel like, yeah, it was hard for you to go through this embracing change as well, but you did it. You did it. If you did it, I could do it, right? right? I don't know. Like through this insight and the fruit of wisdom, keeping and learning attitude. It's like, yes, learning attitude of gratitude through this wisdom, through gratitude that came out, okay, over here. And then cleansing. It's like cleaning your chakras, your mind, your spirit. I feel like you need to go through a meditation thing, maybe go to the gym, or maybe take a long walk, or go on a cruise, like, I don't know, your yacht or something. You have a yacht or something. Um, I know. The professor, Mr. Pert, I know it. I know it. They're coming back though. They have a badass chick drummer. I mean, should give her a chance. She's pretty good, and she's never gonna be the professor, and it might never be Rush again. But you got Getty's voice, so at least you got Getty, you know. And there are a lot of fans and a lot of money to be made. So, but I feel the same way. Like Neil is like one of the best. Just 2112, baby. 2112. So, yeah, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I just went to a Priest concert and seen Cooper and Corrosion of Conformity. They were badass. That was a badass show. But you wouldn't believe what I had to go through to get there. But at least I made it. Just classic. And the bottom of the deck closed out. Look at that. Meditation. What was I saying? There are miracles, but you do need to meditate and enlighten. You know what I'm saying? Connect you to your inner self. And miracles are everywhere if you keep the faith and keep the magic flowing through being the light in the darkness. Through this hope. You're the hope. You're the glue that keeps everybody together. I used to say drummers keep it all together. I feel like you're a drummer too. Like you have the ability to play drums, but you don't want to. I don't blame you, dude. Neither do I, because it's a fucking pain in the ass instrument. Um, Getting the right sound, even sound engineering, just getting that right sound, muffling the bass drum, like has to be in us. It's just a pain in the ass. I think that's why it's always recorded first. So, through this meditation and miracles, you're like, oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, through this hope. Yeah, you're a homebody. You might be a session person now. Are you a session person? You're a beautiful soul too. Grady, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I feel like you've seen a lot of different places. You've seen a lot of different places. And you choose, you're very picky with your friends and who you call friends and family. And I don't blame you. I'm the same freaking way. Yeah. Hoping is basically just a beam of light in the darkness. And that's what you are. And you're tired. I feel like you like heart-shaped butts. I don't know why, but because this came out, but this is like, yeah, you might not be serious or looking for someone serious, you know. But I feel like you're a giver. Yeah, you're a compassionate person. You're a giver of creativity. Look, you write a lot of songs. You're a songwriter too. Uh-huh. I knew it. You're definitely a songwriter. Expressing and unleashing, so you haven't had an easy transformation either, from being so disrespected to being respected, you know. um you're funny, produced, huh? That's pretty awesome. Yeah, through this transformation, your soul's evolution, you had a hard time too with this creativity and this awareness. This awareness. Maintaining the awareness and not going nuts like Sid did, Sid Barrett from Pink Floyd, you know what I mean? Um, well, let's just say maybe I could have cut your hair, but that would have been years ago. Um, yeah. So I feel like you're present in every moment. Through this awakening, see what I'm saying? We feel the same vibe. Same vibe. Same vibe. Look, look, the light, the darkness. I feel like it's night for you too. And you're light. You're the light in the darkness. What do I keep saying? So let your inner light keep shining. Because people like to dim that shit. I hate that. So you're very picky with your friends. I get it. Like, I don't have no friends. I really don't. Like, I don't even, wouldn't say that I would. I feel like you made this discovery as well when you maybe had a lot of stuff and then you went through a hard time and then you found out who your real friends and family were. And then when you got back on top, you're like, fuck that. I don't blame you, dude. I would have done the same shit. Um, I feel like you've followed your passion and you've done it well. You've discovered the treasures within your own soul and you keep doing so. You keep learning, which I love and admire about you. Love and admire about you. Okay. Through this everywhere, your open heart to feel it. And this peace, this inner peace. Yes. What was I saying? In harmony right here. Yes. This inner peace, moments of quietness. It's like the sound of silence. Um, through this compassion for others, you're a giver. What was I saying? By accepting your own imperfections, you can accept others. You know what I'm saying? Of course, none of us are perfect. I would never claim that. But what I do say, and of course I'm not the best. I would never claim I'm the best, okay? Although people have said I am the best at what I used to do or whatever, but it's not that I'm the best. You know what it is? It's that I do my best. That's the difference, and that's what we have to have more in this world, pretty much, you know, basically. Um, seriously, man, we've got to freaking do our best, and that's what people notice in light people, light workers, um, light seers through this compassion. I feel like you don't feel safe at the moment through this resilience of strength, and that you don't seek support because you're financially set. And I feel like you haven't accepted the fact that you can welcome new opportunities. Like you're comfortable where you're at, but sometimes it stifles your growth. I feel like the message here is to get out of the box of what you're comfortable with and go with the new offers that you got. I feel like you got new offers. Um, thank you so much. And I feel like you got new offers, and I feel like you've been praying about it, and you're like, yes, it's a blessing, you know, but it's like I don't want to jump in from the frying pan to the fryer. So I'm grateful for what I have, but I feel like if you do go on in this other thing, make sure you have enough in savings or whatever, and then do it. You have a trust or something, so you could have a family. Um, you could be divorced. I feel twice divorced. Face the unknown with bravery, or once divorced. maybe twice almost married, once divorced, through prosperity. This from coming from your love of life, and you're not the person. You're a very humble person because confidence came in the verse, but you are a very humble person, and you believe in your worth and your abilities, and I believe in you too. So remember that. I know I gotta keep it down because my roommate, dude, I mean, the guy's at work. So grateful. He was one of my patrons from my salon when I had one. But I get calls to this day for that freaking place if I'm doing haircuts. And it's like, if they only knew. No. Understanding of the cleansing. Huh. Determined. Accepted. Something's getting accepted. I don't think it's gonna take because it's so revolutionary and eco-friendly. I feel like it's like something's gonna be bought, sold, or accepted, and you're gonna be able to gain more capital within different offer. But I feel like the people you're with won't take it. So it's like you gotta do what you're happy with, dude. Do what you're happy with. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. And you think you'll times divorce, 2 times divorce. Yeah, I was right on the first time. I'm twice divorced too, also, and I know what you mean. No one gets married to get divorced, dude. Yeah. Balance, balance. That's the message. Rest. You need rest. I got this the other day too. Look, you don't need support. You need rest. Yes, nurturing. You're so giving, but you need to think about yourself. Nurture yourself. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Okay, collective. And so, I really feel that. All of you guys, whoever's tuning in, it's kind of like, I guess, because Grady's been talking with me, I guess I've been honing in on his energy a little more, but, you know, he's not the only one that can relate. There's a lot of people that can relate in this kind of stuff right now. There's just a lot of people. Yeah, through what? This freaking awareness, man. Okay? Maintaining awareness and being present in every moment. It's like, you're gonna be okay, dude. You're gonna be okay. You'll be okay. So let's do the tarot. I'm kind of curious about the tarot thing. Yeah, I've been wanting to dig in. Yes, I do remember that band. And Kiss. I'm trying to think of the song I used to sing from that all the time. It's been so long, but yeah, if I looked it up on my phone or something, which I probably could, it's if I see you smile, yeah, I could face the world. Whoa, you know I could do anything. Am I right? Is that? I don't know. Um, if I see you smile, I can face the world. Whoa, you know I can do anything if I see you smile. Baby, if I see you smiling at me, or something like that, right? Is that the song? Like the big hit? I don't know. Put what? Put. You know what I'm saying? If I see you smile, yeah, I could face the world. Well, you know I could do anything, baby. If I see you smile, we can run the world. Whoa, you know I could do anything if I see you smile. Baby, if I see you smiling at me, or something like that. Gosh, now I'm gonna have to look it up. Thanks, dude. Yeah, basically, you remember that song? Yeah, it's by um, Firehouse. Yes, I believe, yeah. I used to love that. Yeah. Monster ballads, yo. Baby, there's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do if I didn't find you. Trying to think of the verses. That's how I write new songs too. Like the lyrics. The lyrics, right? Because I forget the lyrics. Um, yeah. A little secret. Inspired by others. That's why a lot of people have writer's block, because they don't listen to others. They just listen to themselves. So, that's just a secret too. But shh, don't tell no one. Okay. Oh, look. Yes. From when I was a kid. Okay, I've had this gift. Sadly. Giver, and my grandfather always told me, you know, I feel like I'm channeling too. Another feminine that's watching from the third party. But, I feel like this water energy of Scorpio, Pisces, of wealth, and, basically, is very kind person. They come from a family of chaos, so their partnership is very calm. This masculine Leo, I feel. Yeah, this Ace of Pentacles is like you're very fortunate. You don't really believe in the afterlife. Maybe you believe in the void. I don't know. But all I know is that you try to make it count through detail. And that's your happiness. What was I telling you about juggling? Because you got too many projects going on or something, so you break promises. Because you got too many projects going on. It's like, it's not that you're dishonest, it's just that you overbooked yourself. Sure, darling. Have a wonderful night and a beautiful day. But look, this mag. What was I saying about the mag? Okay, all your aces are probably going to come up in the upright. You've seen me shuffle these cards. All right, a full emotional, a full fulfillment. Everything you ever wanted. It's Libra Virgo energy. Okay, of being stern and protected and preventative, I feel. Um, this person also that pays attention to detail. Someone that's been wishing on a star. Wishing on a star. Wondering where you are. I'm wishing on a dream. It's not what it seems. Anyways, yeah, wishing. This Sagittarius Capricorn energy. You see this over here? Sagittarius Capricorn energy. Wish fulfillment is like Sagittarius Capricorn is going to make this Libra Virgo's happiness come true. Just in that, through detail. Look at this. This is like, yeah, it's like, no, your time has come. The only way from where you're at is up. So it's like, you've hit the bottom. You know what it's like. But you're protected. You're protected, and everybody that comes near you will fall the fuck off. You know why? This Libra energy confirming the Queen of Swords of Libra Virgo, okay, of justice, because real truth is honesty. Celebration. Celebrating. Not having to feel remorseful. This water energy that can resonate with more of a passion at this moment. This older guy that has a young spirit, innocent. Sagittarius is coming out, but this person isn't as wealthy. Let's say, this Page of Pentacles, or maybe they are, they just perceive that they're not, and I don't blame you, honestly. This Page of Pentacles, yeah, this is Virgo, Scorpio, and Taurus energy. Okay, so back to passion and with air, because it came in the reverse. And then now you're choosing not to see the truth about something because of a situationship. I feel like you're letting a lot slide. So, through this honesty, because you're honest, reliable, dependable, in Aries, Hierophant, Emperor energy, of Aries, Taurus energy. What was I saying? Aries, Taurus. Over here. So, yeah. Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy. Yeah, Capricorn energy. Maybe being in darkness. Feeling alone. You're not alone, Capricorn. You're not alone. You know, you have no contract. I don't feel like you have a contract. But you definitely are into a air energy of Libra. All these people that were against you are now for you for this Libra. This, it's like, you forget about self-enlightenment because you're never, very rarely alone. And so you don't look at, oh, the fact that I have a car that needs washed, even though it's a pain in the ass, at least I have a car. Or if I have dirty dishes because I had dinner, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of way. In this honesty and independence and wealth and independence. Yes, this person, honest pentacles. Okay. I don't feel like you're into that AI mining thing or anything. Yeah, I feel like you have good ideas. You're an inventor. Like, you invent stuff. You're a songwriter. You create. You're never overwhelmed because you never have to worry about finances. Look. You're parading down the street. Everybody's paying attention to you. Right there. Through celebrating. and happiness and celebrating. Yeah, and you've been this way a while. Um, you're definitely honest. You're not toothpaste. But you are looking for this air energy and a friendship. And if this comes out of it, then you feel like that's a good thing too. But I feel like you've already made a decision that you're procrastinating on. It could be an engagement or something, the one I'm honing in on, but you're very nervous because, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, like, I get it. Like, I get it. I'd be nervous too. I would. I would be nervous. Um, yeah, and you don't want no quarrel. You don't want people to feel uncomfortable. You don't want to be in, you don't want your other party to feel uncomfortable because this dysfunctional, this passion that's just ended up going with the flow with the emperor. What was I saying? Emperor energy. Okay, you're an emperor. You're definitely a star. I feel like you're Aquarius. I feel like you're an Aquarius. If it comes out in the reverse, you're a male star. If it comes out, because I already know that you're like an air energy too that's honing in. Air, earth. This air, earth, back and forth thing. So yeah, of Emperor. Look, person with haters, even though they talk good about you, no way, it's all gossip anyways. I feel like tabloids and this and that and all this paparazzi and blah 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 blah. I feel like this is what you go through and you've gotten used to it, but it could be like it could be like you don't want it to trip your partner out, dude. Um, and I feel like you're gonna change that because of that. Somehow, in some way, I don't know, because you're cool. You have these qualities of the King of Swords, and the Emperor's also. The Emperor is all the kings in the deck. The Mag is all the men's in the deck, the masculine energies. This is honest money you've earned, Virgo, of self-enlightenment. Maybe you're getting self-enlightenment now, Magician. This person who's turned lemons into lemonade. Yes, that's your intent. You want to marry. And these truths that you thought were truths were just hating lies. They're gossip. It's like, you can't believe that. It's like truths becoming into lies, but in the end, the truth always comes out. So whether you try to lie about someone, in the end, it's always going to come out about the truth. So it's like, then again, you could say lies are becoming to truth with the King of Wands. Yeah. In this emotional fulfillment, because they envy, they're jealous. Um, they envy, they're jealous. This wealth of a Pisces energy, being super nurturing as well, thinking about others, a giver before themselves, a fortune. Okay, a fortune. Marriage and fortune. So this was like a love, career read, clarity, all in one, basically. You finally are going to find the person that you've been looking for, or that had it like the closest to the perfect person, I guess. But no matter what, with this partner, you're like-minded. So if anything, they'll help you triple your income. If anything, if you decide to partner. Yeah, definitely. From what this high priestess, yes, people not getting away with nothing. You need rest, King of Pentacles. I feel like you're a wizard. But this is also success. This is the fixed signs of Aries, Scorpio, and the star of Aquarius. Through the fortune. Look, Empress energy, you're both ego-friendly. What the fuck? You're both ego-friendly. And she's every female on the deck. Besides the high priestess is all of them. It's like good intentions, the high priestess. This star energy, what the fuck was I telling you about? A female star. Mm-hmm. Yep. A female star. You're gonna get her way. Because she's really smart. Having a hard time looking back or looking away. And this is the truth. Everybody's backing you in this root chakra thing. You can be really harsh at times. To this air energy. Yeah, greedy. Yeah, greedy. Honest, but greedy. And then not always honest. So you get away with white lies here and there. Stop doing that because it'll catch up to you. The karma. I'm telling you. It will. So the outcome is you're going to become a star collective. This by this emperor. Amazing. This Aquarius energy. Something about January. It's like this fortune, this high priest energy. I mean, it's just, that's amazing. It's just amazing to me. Everything's going to start moving quickly. Yeah, not many people get too much rest at night. I feel like you're a night person. Look, the world, the high priestess. So I feel like the gift is here, but the success hasn't came for her yet. You see what I'm saying? Or could be I. You know, which is cool. You know, whatever floats your boat, dude. We accept everybody on this platform, and we expect everybody to meet and surf in over here. And my dog, where's my little dog? Anyways, wow, what a powerful message. Yes, I feel like you lack vulnerability at times, and so you try to reach out to see that in others so that you feel it, and it keeps you at bay, so to speak. You know, that's the feeling I'm getting from that. Especially with this Libra and these dreams coming true. Okay. Sagittarius, Capricorn. And a partnership. Something about a partnership. Anyways. Something about, oh my gosh, maybe you lost a partner. Did you lose a partner? I'm sorry. Or they could be a Scorpio. You could have a Scorpio in your life. Could have a Trojan on your computer. Celebrity. This is the truth. Unorthodox. Yes, you don't believe in afterlife or God. You believe in something else, the universe, in each other, in energy. I believe in energy, but I also believe in God. Like, I don't know. I believe there is a higher power, and I do believe that. I used to believe that the universe, you know, was God, like intertwined somehow, but really, it's God is way, way bigger than the universe. So, and it keeps expanding. Yes, collective. Not getting sleep. Keep your promises and maybe you'll get more sleep. Don't overschedule yourself. Um, don't overschedule yourself. That's the problem. That is the issue. That's why you never get any sleep. It's like, I feel like you're younger too. And it's like, how are you ever going to get, even though you're young, you can burn that candle at both ends. And you don't want to do that. Promise. I promise you. King of Wands. Libra, Scorpio energy. Truths. Lies becoming into truths. Sooner. The sooner, the better. I feel like you don't want this woman's ideas. Maybe you would support them, but you don't want them personally. This person could be of this any of the zodiac. I feel like you have many suitors, but you're into this Libra, and you're into truth and honesty. I get it. I'm the same way. I am the same. Yeah, Libra, Virgo energy. This air and earth energy over an idea. Anywho, let's do the charms, and then we'll do a Bible verse, and then we'll get it. And we'll be done. Thank you guys. If you donate, thank you so much. My Cash App is on my profile. If you cannot donate, please show your support by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Even if you can donate, subscribe, like, and share. But that's the only, way that you can really show your support at this time. And I would appreciate it. Because it's been, if you only knew. If you only knew. So we're going to do this Bible verse thing real quick. Let's see what the good Lord has to say. Okay, so may the grace, what was I saying? Grace, ace, magician, landlord, Jesse. Anyways, the passage is, this could be like the ending. What was the first card? It was a beginning to an ending. So in this very shy, very timid, very easy way talking, very easy to talk to person of leadership. You're like a lead person. Yes. You could like yams. I feel like you wear holy jeans, and I feel like you're always racing sometimes, or you like races. Maybe you like NAS. Something is significant with May. Maybe your mom was born in May, or your relative, his name is May. But the passage goes like this: may the grace of the Lord Jesus be with God's holy people. And you could have a dog or dogs. And Revelation 22:21. That's the passage. Okay, so this over here is Psalms. So a musician, a musician. Look, even showing that your life path 6 and you're shy, easy to talk to in communications, but yet you're very wealthy. Excuse me. I feel like you're more Leo in you, like you're Leo rising or something. Like Leo stuck around. But my flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Maybe you're doing portion control, and I feel like Psalm 73:26. So that's my interpretation. I don't have much more energy or no time, no energy. Um, wow. I feel like you have a Dalmatian or want a Dalmatian. I don't know why. But, okay, so we'll do these trinkets and we'll call it fun. I love all you guys. Hi, Poland. Hi from Poland. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool, you guys. Pretty freaking awesome. I'm gonna need a new candle. Okay, so here we got the trinkets. Okay, here we go. So let's go in here. Okay. So this is what we have, and this is what caught my eye. Love's in the air, love's everywhere. I feel like you're wearing a bow tie, you like the color pink. I feel like you have plans for a hot air balloon, that you live in like, it's kind of duplex, but it's your castle, man. And you don't necessarily like to take Chinese food out, but I feel like the Scorpio energy for some reason, you're a person that you're an old school, you're an old timer. This is a bulb. I feel like you're patriotic, and you're patriotic, and you might have patriotic ornaments. Um, you're very thin. You're very thin. Um, Look, you like mermaids too. Maybe you would be even willing to mermaid if you're not a mermaid already. I feel like you're a swing. No, or really like pineapple, which I love pineapple. And if you eat pineapple, it makes everything sweet. So yeah, I feel like you sweet. Stay away from sweets, and pineapple is your thing. Yes, this person, this online with whoever you think is a scammer, is this male. I don't know. I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6? 6 stars. I feel your aura is yellow of confidence. Um, you're a person of the cosmos, but you're not a cosmetologist, you're like a cosmologist. But you're not really a cosmologist, you're just into looking at the stars. So I feel like you have this cute little house with a little, you know, a water mill with a lake in the front with koi in it. I feel like you're looking for this, your balance, your yang, your yin, your yang. Um, I feel like, yeah, you like this, like, black light stuff, like the stuff that glows. It's cold where you're at. Green's your color. You could be a Green Bay's fan. I don't know. Um, yes, it's gonna rain where you're at. It's raining. That's why you're wearing gloves. Okay, and what the fuck is this character? I never really figured it out. I think it's just like a and it came in the reverse. This voodoo, this is what I'm getting. This voodoo that was cast upon you, like, was reversed. bad intent or return to sender times um, a billion plus seven. Okay, bad intent or return to sender. And we thank you for the ones that are for us, and we pray for our enemies against us. In your name, Lord Jesus, I pray. Amen. And whatever you pray. Thank you. And I feel like, yeah, you're definitely into this. What is that? Okay, so you sleep with the blindfold. Um, well, that's what it is. I feel like you have a mustache. I feel like you have a mustache and a long beard, and I feel like all you're looking for is a booty call. You don't want anything serious with this person. This Cancer, this water sign actually, so, and it came in reverse, so not really a Cancer, but a Scorpio or Pisces energy of wealth. Okay, Scorpio of hard work. I feel like you're not a cheater because these Cheetos came in backwards and you don't eat too much junk food. Um, Look, you wouldn't mind mermaiding. You wouldn't mind mermaiding with your chick, dude. That's so fucking cool. Alright. Yes, this person that likes tea, but maybe doesn't have it at the moment. I love, like, Thai tea is my favorite tea. This, yeah. This person that is in tune with their inner self. Maybe going ice skating, or you had a plan to go ice skating but you dropped the plans, and that's where the broken promises came from. Look, this person that's a conservationalist, you're so damn busy though, people should understand. Look, you're like, you are the present, you are the gift. um yeah, you don't eat much fried food. You don't eat much fried food at all. I feel like you love honey and you defy the odds of life, like this bee here. Because typically, scientifically speaking, for the mass of the insect, its wings can't really carry it, let alone the honey in its pouches on its legs. So that's a fun fact. You could look that up on Google. I feel like they call you Poo Dunk. I feel like you like um, basketball. I feel like you're a winner. I feel like you're winning. Your name could be Winnie. Um, I don't feel addiction from this one like I did the other night. Um, this is like, yes, you want, the whole thing. You don't want to just be half-assed. You want the whole thing. And you're not a trashy person. Look, you're not a trashy person. Like, and your name is not Oscar, but I feel like you want an Oscar. Yeah, is this his name, Oscar? I feel like you won a fucking Oscar or something, dude. So weird. Yeah. Hi. Look. Yes, because you have one of these black and limited cards. Could be black and red. Um, Look, credit card. You credit, but credit on everything. This is your reflection. Reflection. You like pink. Okay, you're pink, but you're not interested maybe in my ideas. Um, or your person's ideas. Or, and when I say my ideas, I speak for the collective too. Yeah, you don't like boats, and you have blonde hair, I think, or brown, light brown. You're definitely a feminine that like that is a lipstick. Um, you'll never ride on a helicopter ever. Never ride on a helicopter. Um, I feel like you like a milk. Oh, this is lattes. Lattes. You might get a latte every day. A latte or a tea or a chai tea or something. Like, someone that wears a dress or maybe a kilt. Um, or likes to wear dresses or likes people that wear dresses. This person that plays a xylophone or plays instruments. Yes. Um, you could have a white cat. You could be someone's nickname could be Kitty. You could have a cat that's named Kitty. A white cat. I feel like you're buzzed as fuck right now. And you're a sun child. What was I telling you? Sun child. I feel like you like Skittles. I feel like you like to paint. I feel like pink is okay because you have daughters or had a daughter or have nieces and you're very foxy. Or maybe you want a family, but you're very foxy. Look at that. Isn't that pretty freaking awesome, you guys? So freaking awesome, you guys. And you're a person that is looking for the yin yang balance, peace, harmony. Yes. So with that collective, I ask you, please join me on the Dopiest Draw Person movement. And this is what you do. There's a tutorial. It says floating plastic straws on my channel, and it'll show you. You cut it half, and then you pinch it, and then you cut it half, then you cut it in quarters, and then you have 4 equal parts, making them buoyant and making it so the skimmer can skim all the floating plastic to the top, even with sediment. And we won't have sinking plastic straws that are creating a catastrophic, like seriously catastrophic, just disappointing rate of rapid iceberg decline. And this is not good for indigenous people when they take their dog sleds to hunt for the year for food, as a humane thing first. And then it's just secondly, what are we going to do if this world went off its axis just 1 degree? I mean, it could throw off the balance of the weather. Just everything's just, its imperfections are perfect. And I feel like that's the message too. I feel like the divine wants me to tell you that your imperfections are perfect. You don't need to envy anybody and what they look like or what they sound like or who they are, because you're beautiful just the way you are. You're probably one of the most beautiful, innocent people in the world. Okay? And I really feel that. And I feel like you don't need to be alone. You don't deserve to be alone. I feel like you're really shy. But you just have to have patience and don't give up hope or faith. And just stay determined and focused in what your goal is, small goals at a time. So it's like maybe this message was for you and I, collective, of not giving up. I feel like you felt like you were giving up, and I felt like I was giving up there for a minute. And maybe I feel like this is what I'm channeling through you like your feeling of giving up, and it's not worth it. Don't. Don't give up. You can't give up. Giving up's not an option. I used to say that all the time in my 20s, in my 30s. Um, but thank you guys so much. Please help me on the Don't Be a Straw Person movement. Um, and oh my gosh, yes, please help me on that. By subscribing, liking, and sharing so we can get the word out to everybody. And not just the word out, but we can actually do something about it and make it a difference. Sea Shepherd.org .com is if you're noticing anybody doing anything that they shouldn't be when it comes to ocean or fishing or doing anything like that, then you can go on seashepherd.org and talk to someone, leave an email, which I've done several times. And J.O. from the 23rd District Senator of California is a very nice person and did answer me back when it came to this. And I think that we need to make a difference as the intelligent species that we are together as one. And the only way that we can do that is in numbers. I'm only one person. I only can do so much. And I've dedicated like this channel to, I'm dedicating it to ridding plastic and paper straws forever, converting to edible straws. Okay, or they have to be eco-friendly and biodegradable within like 14 days time, for a 10-minute drink. It has to be done like that. And if it's not cut the way I told you in the tutorial, it will sink because I tried it every other way. And I just want to say thank you guys. I love you guys so much. I love all you guys. I love you. Thank you for joining. And I'm going to be here tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to be online and I'm going to be doing live. And then Christmas Day, I'm going to even be doing a live on Christmas Day. So be expecting that. I think I could put like Christmas music back in the background. That's the only kind of music you play in the background is Christmas music. I believe. Anyways, thanks for joining me on this late night live. I hope you get a good night's rest, or if it's your day, have a great day. Be safe. Don't overexert yourself, and remember to get enough rest and drink a lot of water. I appreciate all of you. I don't even want to go right now. It's like, but I'm so tired and my back hurts and I just can't. My hand. And as long as you guys keep subscribing, liking, and sharing, I'll stay online on this channel and keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you for being my support team, my family, my loved ones, my friends, my #1 fans. I love all you all. I really do. I'm so grateful and thankful for you guys. You have no idea how grateful and thankful I am. So thank you. And that is message.